Hi everybody, it's Laura from McNeely Garden Studios coming to visit you on Tuesday at 10. I'm so glad you're here. I'm always so grateful when you guys come because we always have such a good time, really. So I'm here to tell you hello, and if you have been following me, you know that there was some exciting news in my life. We went out of town and went to a party for my daughter and son-in-law as a gender reveal. And we were supposed to wear what it was that we thought, you know, which team we were, pink or team pink or team blue, right? Well, I had on a pink dress, pink, these little pink things, a pink sweater. But guess what, you guys? It's a boy. That is not to say I'm disappointed. I am so thrilled. But I just wanted to make the announcement, let everyone know. So we're going to be using some of these things today. And a lot of you participated in the gender reveal challenge, and it was a lot of fun. So what we're doing today is we're going to be recycling junk. And if you read the thing, it says that this stuff is so junky it didn't even make my trash stash. And if you've been following me, you understand that there are a lot of things that I use for mark making or whatever that I found in packaging or just wherever, you know, things that have broken off or whatever. So today we're going to do something, and I'm going to share something about plants that you may or may not know. So I wanted to see that if you're not familiar with Somerset Studio, it's a really good resource. It's really fun to look through, and I've been kind of getting into a vintage look, and I really kind of like this. Isn't that fun? It's just very loose. It's got a modern look to it with the spots. But I was looking through here, and I knew what I wanted to do today, but I found this as inspiration. So isn't that cute? So I'm going to put this down over here. I know that they sell Somersets. You can get them online. You can get them. You can order them. But I think Dollar Tree has them sometimes, and you can just find them wherever. But what we're going to be doing today is not only recycling trash, but recycling food and making it into art. So this is celery. We eat celery, and I'm not getting ready to, good morning, Jamie. I'm not getting ready to make supper. This one is past due, and I'm going to use it. So I'm going to turn you down here and let you see. I have been working on my new stuff over there. Look at how nice that looks. All right, so we're going to come down here. And this is my very past. It got pushed to the back of the crisper, and it looks terrible. Gosh, why won't that move? Okay, so I'm just going to chop it, and we're going to probably get rid of this, but this is a trick I learned from my friend Jamie, who's here. So you see that? We can dip that in paint and make flowers and put it in our little vase. And so, where did I get this, you ask? When I got all the pegboard materials, my Amazon box was filled with this stuff. This never goes in the trash. I use this stuff for everything. Whether it's protecting the floor or actually doing art. So this is recycled. This is the cover to my watercolor. I'm going to try to move you just a little bit more because it looks like, Is that better? I think that may be better. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to turn it over because I'm going to glue this on. Move my little ears too. So we're going to use celery and a balloon to make these flowers in this vase. But first I'm going to just glue it down on here. And I think I'm going to leave that a little bit loose on the bottom because we got some ideas for that too. Alright, I have to do this, but I've got this on here. And make sure this is in the center, which it appears it is. So we'll let that dry. So I had another piece of celery that I was experimenting with, and this, look at this pitiful little thing. I put it in my drawer. I don't know what I thought was going to happen to it. But if you notice, this very center part has come out a little bit. And if you look very closely right here, it's already trying, it was just in a drawer. Hey, Terry. And, oh, and hi, Lori. I've got you facing down so you can't really see. But if you take this, when we get finished with it, and put it right in a little bowl of water, and put it in your kitchen sink, then you're going to find, see those little leaves right in the center? I think you can see it that way. Those, within a day or so, will start to come out. And pretty soon you will have a whole new bunch of stalks of celery. And you can just keep doing it as much as you want. You just keep chopping it off. But today we're going to use these not as house plants, but as mark making art. And I'm going to cut this one too. I don't know if it's going to cut, but since it's all shriveled up, I thought, well, it's going to make a smaller flower. And I think I'm going to open that up just a little bit. And so, in honor of my new baby, we're going to do blues. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this just so I can know where my edges are. And this is the kind of art, it may end up something nice. I doubt it will ever make, the wall. But this is the kind of thing that there's no excuses for you not to create. You can create with anything. You don't have to have a bunch of fancy supplies. This is all seriously just trash. And you can save this for something else later. Let me get you over here where you can see. So we've got a color palette over here. I'm using, this is called, this is Art Deco, and it's vintage truck colors. So it has, colors that trucks apparently were in the 1920s and 30s. This is an interesting, like peach. This is now to me, this is beautiful. I know everybody's not into greens. Classic red. Although it's not, candy apple red. This is a beige and a yellow. But see how kind of muted it is? And I thought this was interesting. They included a metallic color because if you're painting trucks, then you're going to need some chrome, right? But the color that I'm going to be using today out of this box is Art Deco. It's just navy blue. But boy, is it a pretty color. So I'm going to put some paint out on here, and I'm going to kind of swirl it around because it has to be big enough to, cover the celery. And I'm going to just put out some of the colors for the leaves. We've got some white because I'm going to do the the vase first. All right. Because I think a couple of you who jumped on a little late, I'm using this as inspiration. This from the Somerset magazine. See that little vase? Isn't that cute? So we're going to do something similar to that. And I'm just going to kind of do it lightly because I want it to look kind of chalky. There are chalky paints and I do not have any, so, but I'm just going to kind of quickly get this on here. And I'm going to go use my brush strokes as for energy, for movement. And of course this will be, we'll use some pen and ink for definition as well. So you'll probably hear some construction. There's still construction going around my house. But I got too warm in the house, so I opened the window. So you're gonna probably hear some stuff going on. I hear some sawing. You might hear it as well. All right. So we got our little vase. And I'm going to take this and just simply dip it in. Make sure that all my petals get it. I am going to take this and kind of, so that's not so gloppy, and I want there to be some definition there. All right, you ready? How about that? That's awesome. I think I'm just going to paint this on. And I'm going to put some white in it just for some diversity. Very nice. I'm liking it. Of course, you can go over the vase itself. It's a pretty color. So I've been working on all my spring stuff, you guys. I have a surprise for you. You are going to be so happy with what we're going to paint in the spring. It's going to be really fun. Let's see, I think I'll do one kind of on top of that one. Now, we'll do some of the little ones, and I think I'm going to add a little different color. This is sort of a periwinkle. I don't know. All right, well, we'll try this one. Boy, next to that navy, it really looks purple, doesn't it? Look at that. I'm also going to show you guys what I was doing last week that didn't get finished. You're going to laugh at me. All right. So I'm getting this on the last one. Now when I get this all, I think I'm going to have this one hanging down a little bit. When I get this all done with pen and ink and the leaves and everything, it's really going to pop. There we go. There's my balloon. And I'm going to go ahead and tie it off. And I think with this one, we'll do maybe some turquoise. And we can come back on with the celery roses as well. But this is really fun to put two different colors on. So we're just going to go in there and dip it in. Just a little. All right. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that fun? I dipped it in the white first. Oh, that one didn't get very round. This also has a little texture to it because you can't make it flat. All right, where else? Maybe right there. We're gonna need something right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get this up close where you can see. Looks like a mess right now, doesn't it? It's kind of definitely messy middle. Definitely. And I got something new that I haven't even tried yet. I'm not going to do it today, but I will show you. Does anybody know what these are? Jamie loves how excited I get. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm like a little kid. And let me tell you, when I was growing up, I was supposed to be quiet and keep my hands to myself, not touch anything. And then when I grew up, I want to touch everything. I want to learn things. I want to know everything that there is. And my daughter tells me, don't touch that. But I do get excited. Anyway, does anyone know? Can you see the shape of that brush? Does anyone know what it is? I'm so excited to try. Let me see. I'm reading. Hey, Susie. Great. Yeah, Sandy got it. I knew it. I knew one of you guys would know it. And I'm not surprised at Sandy. So good for you. I can't wait to try it because you know why? I love to paint leaves. You know, that's one of my favorite things is botanicals. And I know that is going to be awesome. So we're going to, speak of the devil, we're going to paint some leaves right here. And I'm going to be mixing it in with some other colors as well. So, can you guys hear the guys out there? They're getting close to the end. They're getting my house finally back together again. It's great. Ooh, that one wasn't very pointy. So you need to be looking around your house and seeing what kind of fun things that you can recycle, what you can make stuff, and do some beautiful art. It's not about having a beautiful end result. It's about feeling good when you get done, or during the process actually, right? I love how these are not natural colors. They're just kind of going with the flow here. And when I finish it up, I'm going to be using I'm going to have to let this dry completely, but I'm going to be using my micron, and you guys know I use a number 8. Everybody has their different things they like. That just seems to go with my jam. I'm going to put a white leaf right here. And I'm also going to use the ink to make some empty leaves there as well. And I'm going to kind of mix some stuff along here so that we can give our vase a little place to hang out. How about that? So it's come along nice. When I get it all done. Oh, Susie knew it was cat tongue too. Good for you. So I'm going to put this to the side and let it dry. And you'll have to pop by again later and see what all we did, how it got finished. But I do want to show you, when you get finished with your art, with your celery, make sure you cut off the paint. Otherwise, it will like stunt it. It won't be able to breathe. And get your little bowl, put it in here, and watch. that little part will start to grow and you'll have a whole new celery stalk. Isn't that cool? So one of the things I was going to show you that you're going to laugh at me. Everything is not perfect. Let me come all the way up here. Hello. It looks great so far. You're so encouraging. Thank you so much. So what I did, and I'm going to revisit this because I really liked them. I really liked the way they turned out. But I took, there's construction going on at my house, so there's lots of construction junk on the ground. So I go, are you going to use this? Can I have this? Can you cut this? So I had them cut me some, it's a 2x4, but I had them cut it 4x4 across. So it was, and I painted it, for Valentine's. Well, the whole point was, last week I was showing you how to use some resin, and I was so excited because I had this idea. I use a big round saucer for when I do pouring. Hello, Georgie. And so all the paint just falls off the side. And I needed something because this was too small. It was going to fall through the poles that I have in there. So I thought, oh, I'm going to use this wire and I'm going to put that resin on there and let the resin come down and drip down through it. So that it'll be nice and shiny and it'll be great. Because sometimes if you have drips of resin on the edges, it's easy. You just take a pair of pliers and just, cutters and cut it off. But guess what, you guys? I mean, I couldn't have glued it more strategically if I had wanted them to stick on there. So I did manage to get this one off. But this is not a good option. You can't dry your stuff like this. I will show you what, and I have these. I don't know why I didn't use them, but because I didn't have enough. I know that's why. But they have these little pylons like this, and you just put it like that, and if you can see it, so you put them down on there, and then they won't get stuck. So I tell you all that because I want you to learn from me, but I also want you to learn from my mistakes. Sometimes those are the best days. I mean, it made me laugh, and I probably needed to laugh that day. So you guys, in 3 weeks is when the spring design is going to come out, and I promise you're going to be so happy about it. So thank you so much for coming and always supporting me, and I will see you soon. Okay?